So I want to talk a little bit about resident contributors. It's a word we're using for people who work for our customers and who a significant part of their job is contributing to GitLab. We've seen a few companies be really successful with that. And as they made the transition from DIY DevOps to DevOps platform, they suddenly benefited from having their DevOps platform being much better, like it's a single application, everything else. They're kind of they're benefiting from the effort of thousands of people contributing to GitLab. But there was a reason they made a DIY DevOps platform before, because this thing is essential to their processes. So they need fast turnaround time if they want to make a change, if they need to add a feature or something else. And sometimes there's up to 50 people doing DIY DevOps at the customer. Most of those people you no longer need. Like GitLab is super fully featured. It's better than any DIY DevOps that you already have. But it is interesting to leave a few people and now have them contribute to GitLab, because what you get is a really fast turnaround time if you need something. Plus you kind of get resident GitLab experts who can serve as a knowledge base as your people want stuff. Much of the functionality in GitLab is unused at most customers because it's so fully featured. So it really helps to have in-house experts. It also really helps that you have the certainty, if you need something, you can add it to GitLab. And we see that as the way to increase the number of unique contributors per month. Because if it's someone's job, they have the time for it. It makes sense that people get paid to kind of work on stuff. We pay our own engineers, but GitLab is a co-creation. Every quarter, hundreds of features come from the wider community. We think resident contributors is the way to do that. We at GitLab have to be better at kind of telling customers about the possibility of doing this. We got to name it. We try that with resident contributors. We got to certifications. We got to bring those people together. We got to give them preferred access to our product managers and things like that, where it feels more like a collaboration. We got to make an ROI case, how it's good money well spent. We got to talk about it early in the sales process and educate the customers. That's not an easy change to make, but I hope that with sales, marketing, product, and engineering together, we can build this, because GitLab is open core, and the future of open core is not built by one company, it's built by many companies together. Ashley, do you have any questions or concerns?
I did have a question, but I think you just answered it, which is, my question was going to be, when is the right time to start talking to customers or potential customers about this? And I think you answered it by saying early and often is the right time.
Yeah, because it's like when we say, hey, you have 50 people working on DIY DevOps now, like that's a cost you can save. I think it's really important. Like there's a reason you have those people. One reason is you need all the functionality. Well, GitLab's better. Like we can do a proof of concept and prove it has more of the functionality you need. But also really good idea to keep one or two people around. So I think that's early, but our salespeople don't want to complicate their deals. So it has to be something that gets the customer more excited instead of less excited. So that's a tall order, and that's something we'll have to iterate on and work on for quite a while before we get there.